And you join us at the start line here for the Wyfold Marlow Rowing Club A on the left of your screen, the Berkshire station, with Tyne A.R.C on the right of your screen, the Buckinghamshire station.
Go.
The umpire there wasn't waiting for a slight hand up from the bowman of the Tyne boat, but they'd already called it, probably had his flag up. Off they went.
You can see they're recovering back onto their station. Always tricky for these coxswains fours as they come down to the island. And you see the umpires warning them back onto their station.
Anyone's watching this in the racing later on in the week, just take attention here, have a look. A lot of these crews are getting pushed out or drawn into this bank in the Berkshire station. So keep looking behind you. Actually, these crews have got 2 posts behind them they can line up and make sure they're looking at. But it's really easy to look at the bank or get pushed over by the wind. I'm sitting here in a commentary box saying how easy it is, but you know, I applaud them, and they're doing a great job into this headwind.
In the dim and distant past, I've memories of trying to do this myself, and it is really challenging. As you can see, you might not see those markers right in the far distance, the right of temperature. Look now. What a cracking view of the course. As you can see now, we talked about steering, but you can see all the way down either edge of the course, they're lined by these wooden booms, which you do your best to stay away from.
Marlow crew, they're sitting about a length up over Tyne Rowing Club, based, funnily enough, on the Tyne up in Newcastle. That black stripe hoop around their chest, a little bit like the Newcastle football team.
They were in Newburn, just west of Newcastle, founded 1852.
It's a very old club.
It isn't it?
So, if my calculations are right, they're quite an old club now, you know, 170 years.
One of the older ones. Not quite the oldest, but one of the older ones. I think Marlow, not quite so, 1871.
This is a good test of your knowledge, Jim. Look at him go, an absolute
putting me under pressure.
encyclopedia. Tyne there, lovely shot of them coming down. They're looking quite relaxed though, but they've probably seen the wind today. I would probably tell any crew racing, stay in the race, stay in the middle of that race, put your strokes in, keep your length, and if you can stay in contention and you know you've got to finish, you could be putting yourself through the regatta.
You're spot on. They're taking 36 strokes a minute. They're very long and languid. Absolutely, look really in control, even though they're, what, 2 lengths down at the moment? Just gone through halfway. Marlow looks like going for just a wander towards their course. I'm sure the umpire will be encouraging them back into their proper station.
And tell us, Jim, you can do this, can't you? Once you're ahead, you can slightly move more towards the middle of the course.
As long as it's not affecting the result, you can do. The umpire's job, obviously, mainly safety, but equally to make sure it's a fair race, and that's the key, to make sure it's fair all the way down. And both crews you see here in this cracking shot are on a correct course. That's exactly as it should be.
Marlow beating Quintin yesterday. Confidence from, you know, starting that first ever Tuesday of the regatta. It'll be a long week for them, but they can sit up, push away. But Tyne are not having it all Marlow's way, and they're staying in contention. Like I said, they're staying about a length on them. If they can squeeze their bows close to them, you get a bit of confidence, you get a bit of momentum, you can stay with them. The bowman can call over. Matthew Crooks there, take a look, tell them you're right there.
The Marlow crew just about 35 strokes a minute. You get this sense there's more to come from this race, don't you? If Tyne can get back on their proper station, but you sense there's a crescendo to come here. Both crews have got more to give, I think, as we come towards the enclosures. Matthew Crooks in the bow seat there from the Tyne crew, getting the crew back onto their proper station. Now we're looking at the Marlow crew. A little bit more composed, I think. That's starting to show.
Yeah, they gave it a crack there, like you had to, and I think Marlow held on to that, kept their composure, and have actually broken a bit more clear water out of that. Tyne captain Tom Campbell there in the 2 seat. What can he tell his crew to do?
This Tyne crew have done very well this season. They had a 2nd place in the A final at the Met Regatta, which is one of the big domestic regattas here in this country. So you shouldn't write them off yet. There's plenty of time for them to come back. And actually, they are just taking the number of strokes taken a minute. You can see that trying to build towards the finish. Take an extra 2 strokes a minute rather than the Marlow crew, trying their best to get back on level terms. I think Marlow can just enjoy their lead now. If they can maintain it, they've probably got an extra couple of gears they can go through if they need to, the last couple 100 metres.
It's a nice position to be in, a little bit of clear water as you're coming down to this last 100 metres past the progress boards. Tyne, we've not seen that huge wind-in from them. They stayed in contention, but the Marlow crew here in the red, based just down the river from here, are going to cross the line to take the win in the Wyfold Challenge Cup. That's a win for Marlow Rowing Club, but for Tyne A.R.C in the Wyfold.